this place?
It's the new Burger King Everyday Value Menu, with many of your favorite Burger King foods at new lower everyday prices. And now the delicious flame-broiled bacon Whopper with cheese, the #1 preferred burger, now with crisp, sizzling bacon and melted cheese.
They must have read my mind.
Check your Burger King for their everyday low prices, and for a limited time, try the great-tasting flame-broiled bacon Whopper with cheese, only at Burger King.
Value every day. Have it your way.
How to be hip. Please obey all current trends. Remember, looking good is bad, but looking bad is good. The look that says plastic, that says I paid too much, that says I am fabulous, that says I am hip.
Introducing Riders jeans and casual wear. Be yourself. Come in now to Ames for Riders jeans and casual wear.
The Old El Paso Challenge. Who can pick up the most pecani sauce per chip? Reigning champ Hammy Joe with Old El Paso thick and chunky pecani. Or bull rider Brahma Bob with ordinary pecani. Your history. Ready, dip. Old El Paso wins again. Ordinary pecani skiing in room. For more dip per chip and more taste per bite, she's tough. It's thick and chunky pecani from Old El Paso.
Now, live, the #1 news in the Capital District. Mary Beth Wenger. Sports with John Brady. And weather with Kelly Boland. This is News Center 6, new at 11.
New at 11, a 16-year-old girl is grazed by a bullet in Schenectady, her home riddled with gunshots. As Darcy Wells reports, the teen is lucky to have survived this brazen daylight shooting.
The shooting happened at this 6th Avenue apartment moments before sunrise this morning. Don Gross, who lives upstairs and asked us not to show his face, says he woke up to the sound of someone banging on his door.
7 o'clock this morning, somebody was pounding on my door really, really loud, and I went to look through the peephole, and they were just heading down the stairs. And when I opened the door, I looked downstairs, and one of the suspects or whatever said, "I'm sorry."
When the men realized they had the wrong apartment, they came here and rang this doorbell. A 16-year-old girl answered. The men asked her to see some man she claimed she didn't know, then turned as if to leave, pulled out a gun, and riddled the front porch with bullets.
We found the front door of the residence riddled with bullet holes. Also, there was a woman inside, a 16-year-old female, that states that she'd been hit by one of the bullets.
Police say that 16-year-old is lucky that she escaped with just a minor injury. She was grazed by one of the bullets in the upper chest area. Police won't comment on whether drugs may be involved in this shooting, but neighbors say it's obvious to them that this is a drug den.
This is definitely a drug house down here. People in and out all hours of the day, night, they come to my door. I fear for my fiancée and her son's safety. I'll do whatever I have to protect myself.
Did you ever think it would come to something like this? I mean, you knew drug activity was going on, but now, you know, the place has been shot up.
Well, what's drugs bring? Violence, you know.
For New at 11, I'm Darcy Wells.
Police are also investigating a reported carjacking that may be connected to the shooting. The mother of the 16-year-old claimed her car was stolen yesterday at a light on Van Franken Avenue by 4 men. The crime was never reported until today. Well, downstate, this week's shooting spree on the Long Island commuter train has claimed another life. 27-year-old Amy Federici, pictured here on the left, was shot in the neck and had been on life support since Tuesday's attack. An interior designer for MTV, Federici was widowed less than a year ago and had only recently moved out to Long Island to deal with the loss of her husband. Federici's death brings the total to 6 people killed by Colin Ferguson, allegedly. According to police, the Jamaican native acted out of a hatred for whites, Asians, and conservative blacks. With more and more guns on the streets, an unfortunate and unsettling reality is that more and more young people are getting their hands on them. A new Justice Department survey shows that more than 20% of boys at inner-city schools own guns. 12% of those kids carry the weapons on a regular basis. An Albany woman is dead, the victim of a head-on crash this afternoon in Columbia County. According to state police, 36-year-old Margaret DiMidio was driving with her husband on Route 9 in Kinderhook when a car coming from the opposite direction apparently crossed the center line and smashed into them head-on. Margaret DiMidio was killed. David DiMidio is in critical condition tonight at Albany Memorial Hospital. The driver of the other car, 42-year-old Gary Montana, suffered a broken ankle. State police are still investigating why Montana's car crossed the center line. So far, no charges have been filed. Minutes of panic and confusion tonight in Cohoes as residents watched a part of their apartment building fall apart. It happened here at number 45 Congress Street. People living in the building say it sounded like a small blast or a car hitting the side of the structure. For a short time, some thought the whole apartment house might collapse. In all, about 100 bricks fell from an outer wall. Fire officials say water from the roof had gotten in between the bricks, and they separated from the inner wall when the water froze.
Having the residents stay somewhere else for the evening until we can have a engineered structural analysis of the damage done tomorrow.
No one was injured by the falling bricks. A 16-year-old Mechanicville has landed herself in a load of trouble. Nicole Kagi is being held without bail tonight after allegedly attacking her mother and 2 police officers. Kagi was being booked on drug charges when she bit her mother, police say, on the nose and bit the hand of an officer conducting a search. She then kicked another officer in the groin. Kagi is now facing second-degree assault charges. A try for peace fails for Israel and the PLO. That story leads off tonight's World Wrap. An Israeli withdrawal from the occupied lands was to begin tomorrow, but because Yasser Arafat and Yitzhak Rabin were unable to come to final terms on a peace plan this weekend, the process will be delayed at least 10 days. According to Islamic fundamentalists, that delay means the peace accord is doomed and more violence is predicted. Is the right man behind bars for the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr.? That question is circling the world tonight after a British newspaper report that a U.S. businessman has confessed to hiring the man who gunned down the civil rights leader. The Observer says the businessman has applied for immunity from prosecution in return for naming the gunman. That testimony will apparently exonerate James Earl Ray, who is currently serving a 99-year sentence for killing King. Mourning friends and family, joined by hundreds of people who had never known her, they buried Cassidy Center today. The body of the 10-year-old Missouri girl was found earlier this week. Missing since December 1st, she is the second little girl in the St. Louis area to be kidnapped and murdered within a month. The focus of today's service was not only to say goodbye to Cassidy, but also to help members of the community cope with what has happened and begin the healing process.
What I would really like to share with you is this, that you don't let the bitterness of one person come into your life, because bitterness and anger, now there is a godly angry. The Bible said to be angry and sin not. And I'm not telling you this evening that not to be angry with what's happened. I know there's no way in the world that you can face this tragedy without being angry. But I'm telling you there's an answer for it. Don't let that anger eat you up.
No arrests have been made in connection with Cassidy's murder or that of 9-year-old Angie Hausman. 2 men were picked up for questioning in Chicago, but no charges have been filed. And it looks like late-night host Conan O'Brien is having more than ratings problems over at NBC. He's now the subject of a lawsuit. Actor Red Buttons is suing O'Brien and the network over a skit that he says implied he approved of Ted Danson's blackface routine at a Friars Club roast. In the late-night skit, an actor pretending to be Danson in blackface defended the antics, saying, quote, Red Buttons thought it was a scream. Well, Santa came a couple of weeks early for some Schenectady children today. Thanks to the Marines' Toys for Tots program and Project Linkages, a number of disadvantaged children got Christmas toys at a party at the Yates Village Community Center this afternoon. One parent told News Center 6 the Toys for Tots program is good because it brings families and the community together. Time now to get the first look at Monday's weather. Kelly Boland has the first forecast live from the Weather Center. Kelly.
Hi, Mary Beth. No wintry precipitation to worry about overnight tonight, but we do have the wintry cold, and that's going to be with us throughout the day tomorrow. Bundle up tonight. We already have temperatures in the low 20s to upper teens, and eventually we'll get down to about 10 degrees here in the Capital District, below 0 in some of those spots that got some snow, so it's going to get very cold up that way. 15 degrees at 8 o'clock. Lots of sunshine throughout the day, with highs getting a bit warmer, back to where we should be for this time of year, reaching the mid to upper 30s. In fact, the temperatures will continue to rise throughout the week ahead, reaching the 40s eventually, and I'll have that extended forecast for you a little bit later on.
All right, we'll see you then, Kelly.
Okay.
And coming up next on New at 11, get a backstage look at the making of the musical Gypsy. Stay with us.
You know why I love the news? It's so topical.
We have good news.
Oh my God, I won a David Letterman thing! I won! I'm so excited! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! I won! Oh, I'm on camera!
You've got a limo ride and a portable feast from Cowan and Lobel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy.
Me too. Tom Maley, News Center 630.
Who needs a paging system? You do. These days, it's important to stay in touch, and Page New York offers a complete line of communication services. And a pager from Page New York isn't just for business use. It makes a great Christmas gift for the whole family. Parents and kids can always stay in touch. No more missed messages. No more missed rides. No more cold suppers. A pager from Page New York can say Merry Christmas all year round. If being in touch is important to you, get in touch with us. Page New York, the company that works for you.
This Making a Difference message is brought to you by Curtis Lumber.
She taught me how to read, and I think that's very important. Like books about school and animals and weird things.
Students like Missy do well in school because of teachers like Margaret Whitford. At News Center 6, we know teachers make a difference.
I feel they're one step closer.